Circuit.com and the director of the Texas Short Film Festival in San Antonio. And we are online here with the crew from Rise of Fizzy Pop. And where are you all located?
Brighton.
We're all in the UK.
Yeah.
We're in Brighton, and Rob is in Great
yeah,
Yarmouth.
And I'm in sunny Great Yarmouth, which is up the road from a place called California, which makes me feel so much closer to you.
Is it?
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, appreciate you joining me from across the pond here. And I want to talk about Rise of Fizzy Pop, an award finalist for dark comedy film. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah, you're very welcome. The judges love it. Not a bad scorecard in the house. And everybody really, really enjoyed the film from front to back. And we can't wait to screen it live here in San Antonio.
Oh, that's going to be great. They're going to be rolling.
I can't believe somebody fell for it.
I know. Who came up with that shit?
Yeah, there you go. No, man, we're gonna have some fun. I mean, you get enough beer, enough barbecue, and everything tastes great here in Texas. But why don't we go around the room here and you guys introduce yourselves and the role that you played in getting this film done? We start with you,
Stephanie.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Stephanie. I am executive producer. The creator, really, with Rob, with everybody. I mean, it was all a definite, a huge effort on everybody's part to. It started a long time ago, and it kind of progressed into something more and more fabulous with everybody that came on board, especially these two, obviously. Pete was always Fizzy to me. Ever since the idea first started, I just couldn't see anybody else other than Fizzy. He's the one and only. And so, yeah, my title is executive producer, creator, and co-writer with Rob.
All right.
Yes, we came up with a film, didn't we? And then we needed to get the character. We didn't have a character. And do you remember us? We was going to have someone. But I said, what about this character, Fizzy Pop, this mad Iggy Pop fan, and you loved it, and we went from there. And once we had the character, then it was all in your hands. It was great.
Yeah. So, by the way, if anyone didn't know, that's Pete just below me. I think he is below me, isn't he, Michael?
Yes, he is. Yeah, on my screen he is.
Yeah.
I'm beneath
always know that, Pete. Remember that you're below me. Remember.
I always like being below you. You know what I mean?
I just love being on top. It's great. It's great. It's like bunk beds.
You are at the bottom, and you are at top.
So obviously, I'll let Pete go next and explain his name and his role and everything like that. So I'm Robert Nek. So I was appointed director for this this little piece of madness, and it just got into it where obviously because I'm creative and Stephanie's far creative, and she wrote and basically put this whole blueprint down, and then I came into the mix with it, and then we kind of rewrote it together and shot it the next day. So everything that you see that was kind of rewrote was done the night before shooting, and I think Stephanie was sweating without a doubt. But she put a lot of confidence into someone she didn't know, which was me, which is great because I had no confidence in myself. But no, it worked out really well, and I love Pete to bits, and I've known him and worked with him for a few years now. And he and I agree with Stephanie. I mean, he was the only one that could really pull this off, and he'd done such an amazing job. Because we've done some wacky stuff there. I mean, he was hanging over toilets, he was talking to lizards, he's talking to fridges, and he went along with it, and he played it really well. So I just want to add this one thing as well, that because obviously this being Texas, that's quite close to my heart, because formerly, before being a sort of film director or anything, I was the music artist Redneck, Rednek. So I was the guy that came from London to take on Skrillex, and Texas was my first ever gig in the tour. So it's good to be back.
Wow! Wow!
Let's all speak in Redneck. howdy doody, partner. Let's all speak in a nice southern accent right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm Pete Bennett, you know, like to, you know, I like to act in some goddamn films, you know, give it large portions and stuff. Oh, this is a perfect role for me to express myself anyway, because I've had a lot of roles before, and I haven't really, it's not been mad enough for me, and I could have gone mad in this one, but we'll have to wait for the sequel, you know. But yeah, it was fun to play. I loved how animated and fun I could be. And yeah, because sometimes I get watered down, you know. And so it was great. It was great filming this one. I had a great time. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Lovely jubbly.
Well, Pete, I love your energy and your performance in this. Can you give us a brief synopsis? What when people walk in the door on July 30th, what are they going to see?
Basically, and that sort of thing. So that's pretty much sums it up, really. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right.
That's the synopsis there. There you go. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I'd say they have got absolutely. It's random as fuck, and pretty much like me and Redneck over there. Yeah.
Oh wait! Let's not leave Stephanie out of this. I've seen her in some fucked up situations.
She comes out of some random. She does come out of some random shit sometimes. Yeah, but
so
it was
just to let you just so you know, Michael. Yeah, obviously for many years now, Pete has had Tourette's. So when I swear and Stephanie swear, we have no excuse. Okay.
I know, I'll get away with it.
All right.
Because
you are not restricted on this platform. Don't worry about it.
Thank fuck for that.
We'll put a parental advisory on the in the metadata, so no worries. So, man, well, this came along. It sounds like
go on.
Sounds like a fun time. No, you're all right.
It's fun.
Sounds like a fun time. Sounds like a.
Shut up, Pete.
No, you tell me to shut up.
Don't make me come down now.
Oh, come on in.
No, not happening. Stay there.
All right.
Well, where'd you get your location? What'd you do for casting? Is it just people you knew already? Like, how did that go?
Well, casting really was always all about Pete for me. I mean, there was, the story started years ago now, about almost coming on 5 years ago. We didn't really know what the story was, but we, kind of just were workshopping loads of different things. And at the end of the day, it was about somebody and it's cool that Texas is kind of liking it now for us, because it's, first of all, it's the humor that's translating, but also it's kind of a universal story where, it's about, and what, loads of people are just maybe not totally maybe happy within themselves, what they're doing, trying to, they're kind of locked in their own world. They have this larger than life personality, just waiting to come out, like Pete, although he lets it out sometimes, and it was just like Pete all over. And the sort of the hyper surreal kind of world, that this is happening in, is the everyday world, but kind of with a, this kind of surreal comic book vibe. And, so Pete for me was always the front runner. He was always Fizzy Pop, or, that character. Yeah.
It's sad in a way, really, because if you think about it, I mean, this is a guy that's, that's a recluse, that's trapped in his own home by his own thoughts. I mean, are these things real? Is the fridge real? Is the bear real? These are all things that, to be fair, on a daily basis, we do talk to our pets. I don't very much. We talk to the fridge, but that's not the point. The point is that we use these excuses to actually, cut ourselves at the waist, so we can't actually move forward in life. And sometimes there's always something there in us that tries to sort of defend ourselves as a defense mechanism, and actually just get out there. And that's what it's about, really. It's about one guy, one pen, one problem, and it's in himself. So, You know,
it's a schizophrenics awareness film.
That's exactly what it is, Pete.
What we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
We like to
Exactly what it is.
fly the flag
Exactly
for
what it
mental
is.
health.
Actually, let's just be fair. This whole film wasn't directed. It wasn't written. We just stuck some cameras in Pete's house. That's what actually happened.
Yeah.
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 What actually happened? Yeah.
Well, how did
Big Brother 2 all over again?
Well, how did you all get into filmmaking, you know, in the first place? There's a lot of people that watch that, you know, they maybe want to be in the film industry, or they want to take a step into acting or screenwriting or directing or whatever it is, but they don't, there's a lot of self-doubt. People don't know where to start. But I'm looking at 3 people here that said, okay, I'm not just going to be a person with good ideas. I'm actually going to perform, do something, create something that people can look at. How did that happen for each of you? We can start with Steph again and do the round table.
Well, I started with acting for years and years, and then, you know, sort of just decided I want to make my own stuff. Really. Wow. No,
Who said balls?
Well, I wanted to make my own stuff, and I just wanted to, you know, bend the rules as much as possible to my own liking as well. I wanted to just do my own thing. And I did, and then I did documentary filmmaking for a long time, and that was kind of like the bulk of what I was doing. And yeah, then slowly spilled over to narrative. So yeah, and this is actually the first narrative that I think definitely pushed the boundaries out, thanks to Rob and Pete's help. You know, that made me really happy with what the end product was. Really, yeah.
All right.
I got into acting because I've got Tourette's syndrome. I don't know. I think maybe I wanted to show the world that you can, you know, you can accomplish anything, even with an illness that, you know, makes you twitch and tick and shout swear words. You know, but then to become an actor is like a massive accomplishment for me. I wanted to get into it, and I just went for it. I started low on like, I just said to my girlfriend at the time, hey, I'm going to be in a zombie film next year, and I'm going to just get into acting. I really want to give it a go, you know. And funnily enough, that year came, and then I got a text on Twitter saying, hey, man, do you want to be in my zombie film? And I was like, see? So I kind of made it happen in a weird way. And so I did Zombie Women of Satan 2 first, and it was just loads of birds with their tits hanging out, chasing me around. And, well, it was virgin on porn, but you got to start somewhere, you know. It was great. So I was just trying to practice in lots of little low-budget horror comedy films, and I worked my way up. I've been doing it since 2011, just independent horror films, comedies, and now as a sitcom that I edited and filmed myself, and just kept going. And then was it Stephanie? You met Stephanie, and that was it. It went from there, isn't it? Just like she was like, she knew I was doing films and that, and she said, "Oh my God, you're really good, you know, like you're Pete Bennett, you know, like,
just
oh my
like
God,
that,
you know." Yeah. So, and I went, she was like, let's make a film together, you know, like, you know, come on, yeah. So I was like, cool, let's do it. So we came up with some ideas, and yeah, they went from there, really. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah,
What about you, Rob?
I suppose that the same for myself, really. I mean, we all have a story, but I got into the music industry, and obviously, I was kind of always let down by other people, or let down by their skills or their work ethics, and I didn't want anyone slowing me down. And so I then I had to learn everything. So I was spitting in patois and patois, and then I was doing all reggae stuff, and then I was MCing and doing drum and bass, DJing, and I ended up creating and doing all the skills as an engineer and becoming a producer of music. And then obviously the next stage was to become my own artist. So then I become my own artist, Redneck. I was then directing my own videos because I had the concept and I wanted to see what I wanted to look like on screen. I didn't want someone else to make me look like a dickhead. I thought I could do that very good myself. So I made myself look like a dickhead as much as I could without looking like an absolute dickhead. So all the Redneck, it was a natural dickhead. Yeah, exactly. And so from there, it went from music videos, and then it was like, actually, maybe I can do film. And I think this was the same, not putting myself at all on the same league, because I know I'm better than Guy Ritchie. But that's not the point. The point is, The point is, Guy Ritchie started off doing music videos and then progressed and went on to films and short films. And that's kind of the area that I went to and now doing these films. But just because I can do the color treating and the editing and the this and the that and doesn't mean you have to. So my biggest tip is just because you can do all these things doesn't mean you should. You don't have to prove to the world that you can do all of these things. Just be good at what you do, enjoy it, and that's my biggest tip.
And it's also amazing. Look at these guys, you know, they're amazing. Like, to work with a team that's fun, that's crazy, that's, you know, imagine sitting in this every day and being a part of that. Brilliant. So yeah, Rob can, and you know, you can do anything, but it's nice to just get all the other amazing minds in there, really. And I don't know, we all did what we can and had a really, really fun time doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been really fun. I was just going to ask if you wanted to add anything before we go.
I guess just the one thing I'm thinking about is the fact that nice, Rob. Is that it's, you know, I love the fact that Texas is getting the comedy as well. That's one thing, you know. I mean, obviously, this is all, you know, I was kind of thinking, all right, it's very UK based, and as an American, I'm going, right, are other, you know, places gonna get it? And I think because it is so universal, and it is kind of just a universal theme, and comedy is universal, humor's, you know, universal. It's nice to send sort of messages or talk about things that way. And, you know, Rob as a director pulled that out brilliantly. Pete is magic on screen. So
well, from time to time.
Always. And, you know, it just kind of like all the stars sort of aligned, and all of the bits that we'd been thinking about from day one, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it's been now, just kind of all the puzzle pieces just sort of gel together with these fantastic people. And I'm just very happy that everybody out there is getting it the way we want to present it.
Did everyone laugh then? Did you laugh your head off when you watched it?
Good question.
I definitely did. I thought it was crazy. I had to watch it twice.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you watched it twice. Yeah, that's a result.
It's just so stupid, and it's so it's lovely stupid, you know. Yeah. And I just, if anything, I wanted some bits to be in there and go, do you know what, this is so stupid, but then there'll be some little effects in there that make you think, actually, that was pretty bloody good. But it kind of works, you know. It kind of works.
It unfolded very well calculated, and that's the true compliment is when you have to watch it twice. And I think I liked it even better the second time.
Brilliant.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Well, that's
I love that.
It's in the bag, isn't it? You
know. It's definitely different from everything we're screening. It's nothing like my lineup's going to be shocked, but I can't wait to see. It's going to be a fun time.
Great.
Oh wow, great! I can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, and I'm hoping it will become quite a cult, you know, something that's gets quite big. I think it'll be hopefully quite popular, and you know, maybe branch into something else, or maybe make it into a feature length one day or something like that. You know,
we do not need a feature length of him. No way.
Just show him the money. Show him the money.
Yeah. Speaking of money, Michael. Speaking of money, how much do we have to pay you guys so we can win?
Well, the winner's already been decided, so we can't go back and change it. But we'll see. It'll be.
They already have been decided. They've already been decided.
Well, behind the scenes, yeah. So July 30th.
Yes, we won, Pete. We won. Steph, we won.
Come on,
yes.
A lizard died for this film. A lizard died because we made this film. You can't. So think of Dexter. Yeah. Think of Dexter.
Yeah. No. This is very true. Yeah. To be fair. I blame it on it was Dexter's fault. It was too much cocaine and too many prostitutes.
After the film, he went.
That's what it is. But
the birds in, he started partying.
Yeah, but quickly, what I did what I did, I set up karate, yeah, and then
Nice.
I bought another Dexter. Look.
Yeah, down a bit, 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 down a bit. There he is.
Oh my goodness.
Look at
Yeah.
him.
He's going to be in the sequel.
Yeah, well, he's practicing his karate. He's going to be in the new Karate Kid film. He's practicing for Cobra Kai season 14.
Wicked.
All right. Well, this has been fun. It was good to see you all. Looking forward to screening this film on July the 30th. And yeah, we're just happy to play this in San Antonio, all the way from the UK. And man, this is just going to be a fun experience. If you do have someone local, or you want to put it out on Twitter or something for a buddy to come by, it'd be great to give someone a certificate, take a picture, in person, and things like that.
Absolutely. And to be fair, if there are any tickets going on, give me a shout, because I've done a lot of touring around, obviously, as I said, there in San Antonio and whatnot. So if there was any redneck fans that we can, do a competition to get them over there, that would be great.
Sure, no problem.
And we'll do a remix of Snail Killer. I'm a snail killer. Nothing makes me iller when my feet hit the ground and I hear the crunchy sound. I'm a snail killer. Nothing makes me iller. Yeah.
Can I just say as well, what he did, that song, absolutely perfect for Fizzy Pop as well. And it's such a great song. And the whole crowd, when we did the crowd scene, was going absolutely mental. And so there is an element of truth to what Pete said as well about, Dexter partying before, because he was there. And, but he didn't die because of the film. He didn't. He was ill anyway. And
Robert,
okay, let's put that out there. But yeah.
How did Rob get the phone from? How'd you get the phone from the Die Hard limousine? That was interesting.
Yeah. It's another story, that one. Another story.
The limo driver from Die Hard was downstairs the whole time while the building was blowing up on that phone. That's the phone.
That is the phone. Yeah. That is the one. Yeah, that is the one. Well, I've actually got to go now. I've definitely got to go now. I've got to go to the recording studio because I'm still a record producer.
It was fun. Take it easy. Thanks for joining me.
Big love, Michael. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.